And Mzwambeche joins us in studio now. Thank you for being with us. So this is big. The Gupta emails basically can be admitted, but there is some sort of process. So it's a partial admission. Explain.
Well, not necessarily a partial admission, but what is happening is that so those hard drives now can form part of the evidence that the Commission perhaps is seeking. Remember, there was an issue yesterday when the witness testified, and the Legal Commission felt that, well, given some of the laws governing the electronic stuff in the country, maybe they needed to clarify that. But early on, I think the judge was very clear to say, maybe we should remember that we are not necessarily in court. This is a commission, so perhaps bringing an application of that nature in the court language, not necessarily, well, it's not really necessary. But of course, the judge said the commission needs any evidence that will be helpful towards the execution of its duty. So now that those hard drives are there, so for the judge it was easy to say they can be part of it.
And the Gupta emails are part of the reason the whole state capture thing exploded. I mean, it's part of the reason why we're there. So this is key. Absolutely,
this is very key. Particularly, Francis, when you look at, I mean, when they first appeared in May last year, and then Hawks really wanted to do some investigations, but remember, they did not have access to these emails, and actually no one knew who had them. So now that they are available, but maybe let me hasten to say, I think the judge made it very clear to say, so it's only people within the commission who have access to those hard drives. But then went on to say, should there be anyone, for example, who wants to have access, and I assume in this instance, law enforcement agencies like Hawks may want to really look into this thing, because remember, as early as last year, they wanted to conduct an investigation, but they had no access to it. So, but what they need to do, they must go and apply at the commission, and then the judge will decide whether he grants them access.
And this is what a lot of South Africans want, real prosecutions at the end of this process.
Remember, this is a commission of inquiry. So at the end, so it makes recommendations. Then it's up to the law enforcement agencies and the nature of those recommendations that really determine what next action should be taken.
Okay, so this was important today, but that sort of got out the way and the commission adjourned. What are we looking forward to next week?
Next week, we expected to resume on the 3rd, yes, on the 3rd, yes, I think that will be Wednesday. So quite important, the current finance minister, Nhlanhla Nene, is expected to take the stand. And it's very important because Minister Nene, remember, December 2015, on the 9th?
Nene Gate, who can forget?
Yes, so he was removed from cabinet by the former president, and then of course there were a lot of noise around that. So I think the commission feels perhaps he'll be able to share whatever else that he may know that we may not be privy to. So it will be very important. And then a week after it will be Pravin Gordhan, and then of course a week after that it will be a former minister, Barbara Hogan. But in the meantime, so there will be perhaps other witnesses that will be called.
Yeah, a lot of suspicions around why he was removed, so maybe he can provide detail. Thank you very much for that update. That was our political reporter, Mzwambeche, in studio with us. So if you'd like to listen to that interview, or if you'd like to send your comments, #FullView, and a reminder, our WhatsApp line for voice notes or even video notes, 066 479 8056. You can also view our interviews and features, sabcnews.com, and on our Facebook page.